she's ready.
Okay.
So I sent out an email to my coworkers about you coming, but for the benefit of the recording, I guess if you could just start by explaining who you are and why you're here in South Carolina visiting, and then whatever you have to say.
Okay. So he speaks English, but he only started learning English since like September.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's amazing. So I understand him because I've been speaking with him, and I know what words he will understand. So I think when we are talking, I may have to translate what you say into the ways that he can understand, and then I will translate what he say to you from English to English. So
that's fine.
Papa, can you tell about yourself for them to know?
Oh, okay. I start help people when I'm 19 years old. That I have school. When I study, I open my school for teach about meditation and open school for help people. All people have problem about sick, about family, about money, and the order come to meet me for I can have advice for them and help about sick for can load sick and load problem to them. Every day on evening, many people come to meet me, and when I do work in company after I education, I open school, 3 school. That I'm engineer in auto car company. Open school, 3 school, and have my student take care and for help people and teach about meditate about Dhamma. After I do work every day, I must help people from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock to 1 or 2 a.m. Very hard.
So if I can say a little bit, so he is a senior Buddhist monk at Rambodhidhamma Temple, Buddhist temple in Leh, Thailand. And so I got to know him when I visited the temple because I was trying to learn how to bring Buddhist concepts and practices into developing therapies, mental health therapies for people, with mental health problems in America. So that's how I came to know him. But he was saying that he started helping people since he was 19 years old. And back then he was not ordained yet, not as a Buddhist monk. He was still working at an auto company as an engineer. But during the day he would work as an engineer in the company. But he started practicing meditation since a very young age. And so he had ways and power to heal people with physical and mental problems as well. So during the day he would go and work as an engineer, but in the evening a lot of people would come and ask him for help. They have a problem with sickness or sometimes with family, with job. He would come to him for advice, but also for actual helping, healing as well. And so he would work until 11, 12, 1 a.m. sometimes. And so I think in many ways kind of like similar to social work, and many others sort of fall into one.
Well, I have 2 ways at time. One way I need freedom and need normal life, need to have girlfriend, need to marry and high position in company and high salary. But one way is I like to learn about mantra, learn about meditate, and try to prove about Buddha teach or the monk, master monk in Thailand teach. Try to prove and teach and help people. Have to be that time.
So he was saying that, I'm repeating a lot, but he was saying that at that time his life has like kind of like 2 sides, 2 ways, right? One as a lay person, and as a lay person, you know the concept of like normal people. One is them want to have a family, want to have a girlfriend, want to have a high salary, want to have a high position in the company, and then the other side of him is more the spiritual side, and that side of him want to learn Dharma, Buddha's teaching, want to learn mantra, want to follow the spiritual way, and so he's kind of like two of them just doing that.
And I have done in that two way. About normal way, I can to be a position engineer and have salary 50,000 baht, 50,000 baht, and I have business about sell food, sell uniform, and give people borrow money and give back to me. Many about money, about position, high salary, high position, and about meditation in school. Too much.
So for the two ways, right? On the one way, he's following like life of normal people and want everything like a me, want more, and so at that time he made a lot of money in his company as well. He said, salary is like 50,000 baht, which for him, in Thailand at that time was a lot of money. And he also run other businesses on his own as well. Like he lend money to people, he sell clothes, do other things like normal people. And then on the other side of him, he was doing like really high level and intense meditation, and he opened meditation school as well, and was also very successful in that.
But not enough. That time I still need to fail much to two way. Many people want to know about me and want to come with me, and I want to up money more and more. And one day I see my mind, why you not enough? You have many things more than another. Your life is better more than another. Many people said, I need to be you because everything done, everything okay. But why? Inside still have suffer. Have many goal. I use car, 7 car that time. No have wife, no have son, no have daughter that time. Alone. But not enough. Have money in back too much. Gold, car, people respect, and I ask myself, why you not enough? And when you will be enough, you will enough. That money, position, and everything cannot make me live on suffer and happy will. That time I start to learn well about what Buddha teach and live on suffer.
So back then he was still kind of, even though there was both, but at the same time, and he was successful in both by normal standards, but for him it still wasn't enough. Like he made a lot of money and had many people who respect him as well, because he had three meditation school, and he made a lot of money at one point. Like he didn't have a family, but he had 7 cars. He owned 7 cars, and he had so much money in the bank, and then he had so much gold as well. He just had a lot. When I was at the temple, he told stories of sometimes just he would go to the bank and get money out and then put it on top of his body just for fun. But it wasn't enough, and inside he was still suffering. And people ask him, we just want to be you because you have everything and you get things done. But then he asked himself, you always say that when you have this much, you'll be done. You would say, enough, that's enough. But you have and more, but you're still not enough. So that is when he asked himself, when will you be enough? And how much going to be enough for you? And that is when he started to stop. And that's really learn the teaching of the Buddha.
That time I have suffer inside, but I cannot to tell another, cannot tell parents, cannot tell sister, because if tell my family, maybe they can have suffer with me, and I cannot to tell them I need to own it, and I cannot to tell people in my student in my school, because they still have something for let me help. And people come to meet me, you have many problems for let me help. No help people can help me because I want to help them. And I'm teacher that time. If teacher ask student, okay, now I have suffer, help me please. Oh, no good. I still keep suffer with inside. Why? What way for me? One way I need to have family. I need to marry. I need to have wife, have son, have daughter. I plan everything, make a lot of money. For if I have wife and have daughter, I have son, they must have good life and happy life. No matter try it with work. And one way, okay, I need to help people. Need to think about meditate. Keep this suffer. People don't know. This is suffer of me. And one day I throw everything that two way. Leave off that. Many people amazing me why you have good life but you throw everything. And I go back my parent country and open one school, big school for myself can meditate, can learn that time for leave off suffering. Buddhism called Nibbana. Nibbana is stop life, no matter come for born again, and stop everything suffer.
So that time he had a lot of suffering, but it was on inside and he could not share with anybody. He just kept it inside. He couldn't tell his parents and his sister because then they would worry about him, but also they would probably stop him from being ordained, like becoming a monk. He couldn't tell his students or anyone because they were or people who are seeking help from him because they are the one who's supposed to provide help and guide them. And now he cannot tell them, hey, I need help as well. I suffer inside as well. So on the outside, nobody knows, but inside he had a lot of suffering. So at one point he decided that I'm going to throw everything. This is enough for me. And so he quit everything and then he moved back to his hometown. And he opened only one meditation school, a big meditation school, but as a vehicle for him now to really learn Dharma and Buddha's teaching and to learn about Nibbana. Nibbana is a word of Nirvana. And Nirvana, the idea of Nirvana in Buddha's teaching or in Buddhism is that it is the end of suffering. It's the end of samsara as well, end of the cycle of birth and death, which we always come and go, and have suffering. And this is about ending all of that.
When I do work, I travel around. I move my room, or I hide from people. People cannot find me, but they still can find me because have dream. They have dream about have people, young men, come to stay here and he can help you about sick, about problem, and in dream show my face to them. But they come to that area, they see me and request me for help. And after that, 1 month or 2 months, I fail one again.
But he keep kind of moving away, and at one time he moved like 12 times in a short period of time because he wanted to stay away from people to kind of focus on his practice. But people always found him out, and sometimes people found out when they had a dream in which somebody came in the dream and tells them, you need help from this person, go look for this person, and they show his face in the dream. So they go to that area and then they saw him and found him. So he moved and then they found him again, he moved again, they found. So eventually, like sometime in a short time, he moved 12 times, but people still found him. So eventually couldn't run away anymore.
And sometimes they suffer, make effort with the side of me. I stop help people when come from company, finish work on the day. I drive car past my room and go to the supermarket and buy whiskey and take in the car and go to the forest alone and drink whiskey and cry, sit on the ground, look to sky, ding, 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 whiskey and cry, too much cry, come on. And after that say with sky, why? In the world, how many people? Why you don't select them for help people? Why you give me for help people? I need myself I need free time. I need to marry. I need to have girlfriend. I need to go to karaoke, drink whiskey with my friend, play guitar. They order wine, ding 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 ding. After ding whiskey and tea, I clean my hand, clean my face, and drive car, go back in the room, and have many people with me every day, every evening. They come and wait for I come from company. When I go down the car, and I smile. Motivation for help people come again. And I'm happy every time when I help people. But sometimes still have this effect, come to make effect with me. Every night when I sleep, fake all people I help, they smile, they happy. I can rise, not sad, not angry, not worried with everything. Come to me, for I can see before I sleep, and I sleep back, smile. When I wake up, I just open eye and smile. No help. Oh, no need to wake up. No help. Just my eye and smile.
Do you understand? No. Okay. So he said that like sometimes it became very hard for him, and sometimes he felt so tired, and then helping people, listening to their stories, so he felt sad and tired and overburdened back then. And then sometimes he would go to the supermarket and buy whiskey, and then he would drive into a quiet area or maybe in the forest, and then he would sit in the car or outside, and he would cry, and then he would drink whiskey, and then he would look up the sky and say, why me? Why you choose me? There's so many people in the world. Why not let them have people? Why is it on me? I have to take that responsibility. And then after that, he cried it out, and then he would, wipe his face and then go back home, where a lot of people would have been waiting for him already for him to help them. But whenever he stepped out of the car and then he see people, then he's happy again. And then motivation will come on, and then he will help people. And every night before he go to bed, he think of their face, their smile, or their eyes when it brighten up when they get help. Then he go to sleep with a smile, and then when he wake up again, he doesn't wake up like us where we get up and we're like, tired and all that. He wake up like he would just open his eyes, and then he smile, and then he go on with his day. But sometimes, once in a while, that feeling still came back, where it felt like, wow, sort of like the weight of the world is on me.
I'm still happy with help people in that time. I use many methods for help people. Energy inside, good talk, good energy, mantra, and the other many things for help people. I mix between knowledge and meditate. Come on.
So back then, that was before he ordained as a monk, he used many methods to help people. He used energy from inside, like inner energy. He used mantra. He used talking, kind of like what we do, counseling. He used power from meditation to help as well. Many methods.
After I take off from company and come to my parent country and open one school, that time I need time for I learn about how we can live off suffering.
And then after I came back to my parents' hometown, I opened one meditation school, and that is when I focus on only one thing, which is how to completely sort of end of suffering. Do you know the first suffering? Like everything suffering, like sadness or stuff like that. The complete end of all suffering and living off samsara, this cycle of reincarnation, birth and death.
I don't know why I want to help people. To now, I don't know why I want to help people from my 19 years old, and why I want to learn about mantra when I 10 years old. That time I need to learn about mantra, good mantra for help people, and why I want to start meditate when I 13 years old. And when I help people, I look them from people from baby to old people. The same my son and my daughter. All when I help them.
And he said that sometimes he sort of wonder why, he's sort of like, chosen to help people. Like 10 years old, he already started to have to learn mantra, a good mantra to have. But you know the mantra? Mantra is like slogan, kind of, but with the power to help people and to heal people. So he said that I don't know why 10 years old I already like had to learn mantra, good mantra to help people, and it came to him not because he wanted to. And then 13 years old he started to learn meditation as well, and very hard lessons to learn meditated to help people. And so it was almost like chosen to do all of that. And sometimes you don't know why, but it always also give him happiness.
If about tell my story 1 year cannot. Many about I learn everything for past this feeling, past angry feeling, past lovely feeling, past scared feeling. I use many way, bring many way come for learning.
And he said that it would take a year to tell all the stories and how he was trained by many masters to pass each sort of particular feeling. For example, if you're attached to that feeling, then how you learn to totally overcome that, fear, for example, or feeling love or attached to another person or people, or feeling of sadness or depression. How do you do that? He had many training.
When I meet people, I have mission about help people or do work about social work. I have question with my heart all the time. Why you need to do this work? Because it's difficult work and hard work, the most in the world. Cannot have work hard and difficult the same days.
So he said that when he help people, when he meet people and see that they have the mission of helping people, it can be a social worker and it can be somebody who have the mission of helping people in this life, then it kind of touch something in his heart as well. But he asked himself, but he also asked other people, why do you do this? Why do you want to help people? Because helping people is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult work in the world.
The doctor and nurse do work concerned with people body. Technician about machine, about car, motorcycle, bicycle, and the author. And the other occupation concerned with many things in the world, but social worker concerned with mind of people. People mind cannot touch, cannot see, just energy only. But want to concern and do work with energy, and that time don't know what energy, how we can check, how we can adjust, how we can change that energy from bad to good, from angry to to smile, from sad to happy, from narrow to pain, from stuck to open. How we can that hard and difficult.
So for social worker or similar occupation, it's hard because he said that if you're a doctors and nurses, it's hard, but you're working with the physical body and you can see, or you are an engineer, you work with cars or things that are tangible, right? But with social worker or other similar professions with the mission of helping people, but working with the mind. And the mind is invisible, and a lot of time you don't know how to touch it, how to change it, how to adjust it, how to change it from sad or depressed to be happy, from being very stuck and attached to sort of expanding and open, from sad to happy and all of that. And mind has to do with energy. So, and a lot of time, all of you will be asking, for example, what is it? How can I touch it? How can I change it? And how can I and adjust it, and you may not even believe in energy.
But I said with my student, help people not difficult and not easy. If we can know about method real, and we can know stuck point or problem point in mind of people, I still said not difficult. My skill from 19 years old to now have many method and many way for help people, and all people can prove can done real or not, can heal real or not.
But it is difficult, but I always tell my students that it is difficult, true, but it's also easy if you know how to do it. If you learn the methods in order to do it, you see where people stuck, what is the core point, what is the knot that is where people stuck, and then you can untie and help them to expand. And so from 19 years old until now, I have a lot of people and I dealt with that. But I have proof of that people can do it. They can learn to do it and can help people to expand and untie and unwind and be real.
Many people when see me help people, them said, why you can change people? It's easy for you change, easy for you help. About it, I just give food or fruit or touch the body or make water, just hold and after that give, okay, you eat or you can lose it. After they eat or drink, okay, can use body, can lose it. About inside feeling or thinking and order. When many around people come to meet me in the temple, after come in my area or see my face, they said, oh, thinking and feeling down. Not yet to say.
And many people ask me, like, why is it so easy for you to help people? Because sometimes I just sit and I share energy with them, or sometimes I give them water. I sit and I put energy in the water and give them, or in fruit or some food and give them to eat. Or sometimes people say they come to me and then they just come into my area, my house around, and then or they see my face and if they have feelings and thinking inside, it just automatically come down and they ask me why and how you can do it, and it looks so easy from the outside.
Yes, if we can control energy inside, we can use energy inside for control energy on people. Easy. Why? Example, if you sit near people angry that time, you can receive angry energy come to you, and you have pressure, have stress. If you sit near people sad that time, you can receive sad energy come to you, and you can feel down to sad. If you sit near people have scared that time, you can feel scared around, worry around. If you sit near people happy, you can happy and again. That time, energy inside can share to another, and another can change, follow that energy. And if you can control energy inside of you, you can send energy to people you help, for can change inside, change feeling, change thinking that time. One example, if you have call mobile to your friend or family or some people far from you, just call telephone only, but them feel about what thing, and they can send energy come to you, and you can feel that.
So it is easy if you, first of all, you can control your energy. You know your energy and you can control it, and then you can use your energy and you can share it and use your energy to help other people. And an example of energy is that for you to see that it's real is that if you are sitting near somebody who is angry, then their anger energy can get to you as well, and you feel uncomfortable. If you are near someone who is sad or depressed, you feel that energy as well. But if you are next to someone who is scared and have fear inside, you feel that. When they're insecure or something, you feel it. But when you're near somebody who is happy, you feel that energy as well. So energy is real. Now, so if you can learn to get in touch with your energy, and then you can learn to control it. Then you can use that energy to share and help people as well before you do other things. And energy, you don't just can help people near you, but you can use to help and send to people who are far from you. The same way that when we call on the phone, on the cell phone to somebody from far, they can feel our energy as well. So you can, if you master this sort of energy, tapping into your energy and your power, and can use it to control it, then you can use it to help as well.
And I need to have question. Need to ask you, why did you need to do this work, social work, help people?
I feel that so much of our society is based around undermining people and not supporting them, that it feels important to me to be apart from that, and to try to always try and make things better.
And what you thought you should come for help?
When you help, how do you help people? What method do you use to help people?
So